Hello everybody, Strategic Sage here. It's time for another patch update for AI War 2. It's been a while. Chris was on honeymoon after getting married last week. We're going through all the Spire stuff with the expansion, but now we've got some things settled out. This is Populous, is what they're calling this patch, 2.012. And we've got a bunch of new stuff on the way. It's a pretty big patch, but I'm going to start off with a really big quality of life feature that a lot of people have been asking for, and it's finally working now. So let's get into that. We have, say you go to Quick Start, and let's say I'm feeling like taking it hard on myself, so I'm going to go with Betrayed Hope. Edit Setup, and you can pull it into the lobby. If you don't like what's already there, you can change all of this fun stuff that way. So you can tweak things to your benefit that way. Also, a lot of the things that have bothered people sometimes is, say you go into Quick Starts, let's just take that Spire game that I lost and grab this one. Now, that's the very beginning. You could go into the lobby and do a custom start and spend a whole bunch of time tweaking all your settings and misplace one or two. You don't get the faction colors right or something else. Then you got to go back and do the whole thing. Not anymore. You can just go this straight into the lobby. And again, still under development, may have some bugs, etc. But if we go and look here, it's got what I had. It has the consumer fleet, it has AI, difficulty 7, it has Dark Spire 7, Fallen Spire 7, and the 2 Scourge factions. All of that is as I had it set up. The colors are as I had it set up. So this is a really nice thing that is going to make it a lot easier for you to experiment with different games without spending a bunch of time on it. Now we've also got a bunch of general stuff for the base game, some changes for some of the expansion factions, but before I get to any of that stuff, Macrophage. Macrophage are now changed significantly again, and they are considered to be a serious threat now. Of course, we're talking about these guys right here. So, stuff they can do now. They interact with the Spire like the Scourge and the AI and Marauders, some of the other factions do. They can get Spire debris. If they do, they can build Spire-infested Telia. You could have multiple Macrophage factions in a game. That was not possible before. And there's also a couple other options you can start them with. You can make them lone Telia, which means they always go berserk. They're never going to expand. They're much more defensive in nature. Or you can make them clustered. They get half as many planets, but they get 2 Telia on each of them. And I think that would probably let them expand faster. So Macrophage, definitely worth taking a second look at if you tried them and didn't like them before. They are not what they once were. Okay, so base game stuff. Some of the tech is going to be a little bit different now. You can upgrade force fields all the way. You can upgrade citadels all the way and battle stations all the way. And by all the way, I mean you can get them up to Mark 7. The threat count. Warden and Praetorian for a long time have been occasionally counted as part of this, and they're not supposed to be. It's supposed to just be Hunter and Threat, and now that's what it actually is. So that bug was squashed. We got some minor performance stuff going on. The Marauders don't build outposts as fast. They don't scale up as fast. They were felt to be a little bit out of control, so that's a bit of a nerf to them. Bunch of balance changes, including AI fortresses and turrets, are now better, so a little bit more resistance from theirs. There was a rare but really annoying bug where sometimes your fleet centerpieces, like the Lost Spire frigate or your flagship or whatever, could get stuck in repairing mode and would never be able to be fully repaired, meaning they would never be able to be used again. They were essentially locked. And that has been eliminated. When you conquer a new system, the mines that are in there will now decloak when you wipe out the command station. That was basically just an annoying thing to have to go around and hunt. That's gone. And the Dyson antagonizers have had some changes to them as well. This was a bug, they were spawning even if the Dyson sphere was below difficulty 8. That's where that's supposed to start. Dyson antagonizers don't spawn quite as much as they used to, and they will only spawn on explored planets. It was allowing them to spawn outside of that. It could be a long ways away territory, well past what you'd explored, so similar to the Instigators, that's been tweaked. And then the expansion stuff. The Spire debris, you can mouse over that notification which comes up here in this general area and it'll tell you which faction is going to get the Spire debris, so you can more intelligently pick where you're going to go. A couple of the buildings had some changes done to them, which this is one of those where they actually took on some of my suggestions. Give them credit for that. The Spy Cradle has range extended by 1 hop, so instead of being 2 and 3 hops, it's 3 and 4. And they also have tachyon coverage over the whole planet, and that's the part that's really going to matter. I don't think the range, scouting range, matters in the Spire, really, because you have so much hacking, but having the extra tachyon coverage to detect cloak ships, that's going to help. Buttresses are much better than they were. They have black hole machine abilities, including planet-wide gravitational field now. You only get 2 sockets required for them instead of 4. They're more durable, and you can get them a little sooner. They're down from Mark 5 cities to Mark 4 cities. That's the biggest change, and I think it really helps make them a competitive choice. I mean, they were pretty much a just ignore it and leave it useless thing before, but now I think I'm not sure that I would use them, but they're definitely worth considering. The wormhole invasion stuff. If you watch the Spire series, you'll know that the exowaves you get during a Spire game were able to come through the wormhole invasion wormhole, and that could cause you some real problems that you couldn't deal with effectively because there was no timer. Now there's a timer. When you get a wormhole invasion, that first warning that you get that's several minutes, Spire Exos can't come through until that is completed and the first wave of ships have come through it. So you do have that warning, and if you've got a wormhole invasion going on, you want to be careful with the Spire Exos because they can still come through there, but you've got the time to get things in place to deal with it. The Scourge stuff, they were more durable, and they added bubble shields to those. Again, that was a little bit ago, but I haven't had a chance to get caught up to that on the patches. AI progress matters less for the Fallen Spire. It didn't matter that much, but now it matters even a little bit less. It's mostly about the intensity that you have the Fallen Spire set to and how many Spire cities you have up. And that is what I think are the big deals for Populous 2.012 patch. Of course, as always, full patch notes going to be down in the description below. And more patch updates will be coming as they are warranted. Thanks for watching, everybody.